Hello and welcome to another Penny Dreadful video here on my channel. So today we have a ridiculous deck. So a few days ago, or I don't know when it was, it also depends on when this video will drop, but a few days I think-ish before I'm recording this at least, on the comment section for the Undying Fury Storm deck, Adam L, I have the comment here, posed a challenge to build a deck around Hellcarver Demon plus Relentless Assault effects. He also added with a sprinkle of Reanimator effects. That is not something I did, but I kind of took the idea and ran with it, see what I could do, and I came out with this monstrosity. And I have spent so long on this deck at this point because there's so many different cards that you can put in it, and the deck is such a bad idea that there's a lot of ways to build it, and it's really hard to try to figure out how do you make it okay. So first, before I dive into the deck, just wanted to show I pulled out a sampling of all of the cards that at some point have been in the deck. As I've gone through different iterations, every single one of these cards at some point or another has been in this deck. And it's been a lot. A lot of these cards I still think might have merit, but I just reached a point where I was like, you know what? We're just going to go with it as is. And so here we are. Actually, let me do my magic and sort the deck real quick. Okay, now we're sorted. And actually, in the meantime, I also built a sideboard, a real sideboard. So let's talk about how the deck works. As I said in the comment, deck is meant to be built around Hellcarver Demon, which is a really weird card where when it deals combat damage to a player, you sack all your permanents and discard your hand, and then you can you exile the top 6 cards of your library, and you can cast anything. So the idea is you attack with a Hellcarver Demon. If you get through, you can start looping Relentless Assault effects, which basically give you an additional combat phase. And then, so we have 4 Relentless Assault, 4 Savage Beating, and 2 Waves of Aggression. Just different effects. So Relentless Assault, we have 4 of because it costs 4 mana. Savage Beating is really good. It's an instant, and it untaps all your creatures, which means it untaps your mana dorks as well. So you can actually use them to, even if they don't attack, you can use their mana and then still untap them. Also, the double strike is very relevant often. And then 2 Waves of Aggression. I need to double check this card. So I was goldfishing this a bunch, and I cast a Waves of Aggression off a Hellcarver Demon. It didn't work, but it may be that I just clicked too quickly. Untap all creatures that attack this turn after this main phase. I wonder if that wording after this main phase, that if it's not in the main phase, that's really interesting. If it's not in your main phase, no, because Relentless Assault should work. I don't know. Now I'm wondering if this actually works. I should double check it before I record. Anyways, so assuming that it works, that's how it goes. You just loop them. And the other good combo piece is Neheb. So it's a 5/4 trample for 4. And when it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you discard any number of cards, and you get that much red mana and draw that many cards. So you basically cycle any number of cards in your hand and get as much red mana as you discarded. And then that mana doesn't leave your mana pool at the end of phases. So if you get 5 cards in hand, you just cycle them all and then cast a Savage Beating, attack again, cycle through more, and cast a Relentless Assault, etc. So you can just win the game with Neheb. So that's the other win condition. So I spent a really long time looking for cards that worked when you attacked, cards that did stuff at the beginning of combat, cards that cared about how many creatures had attacked this turn, cards that untapped your land, like all of these. I spent so long looking at different ways, and Neheb seems like the best alternative win con. I mean, in fact, it seems like the best win con, even better than Hellcarver Demon, because it's not 6 mana. Okay, so we also have 2 other cards. Similarly, we're basically looking for cards that are good with these effects. So Grand Warlord Rada. So whenever one or more creatures attack, you get that much red and green mana, kind of similar to Neheb. Well, I guess different than Neheb, but also in the sense that it doesn't leave your mana pool at the end of phases or steps. So you can actually attack with your mana dorks and get a bunch of mana and then use that to loop through some spells. We also have Tectonic Giant. When it attacks or becomes a target of an ability or spell, just a spell, it deals 3 damage. You can either deal 3 damage to each opponent, or more likely you exile the top 2 cards, choose one of them, and you can play it until the end of the turn. So if that's really good with these as well. And if you can put these in combination with each other, then you can get mana and draw cards and just kind of try to go off a little bit. The other good thing about Neheb, Rada, and Tectonic Giant, they're all just like pretty good cards on their own. So at least you have a pretty decent backup plan of just like playing a mana dork, then playing a turn 3 good 4-drop and just hoping to win. So other things that we have in the deck: 2 Lightning Greaves, 1 Fires of Yavimaya. You may be wondering why the split. So these are the cards to give haste. The split is because I don't know which one's better yet. I think Lightning Greaves is better because it costs 2 mana. I think the Shroud is relevant. And I don't think you're going to that often need to because you're not making tokens or anything. You don't need to haste multiple creatures at once. You can just haste like one thing at a time with the Greaves. So I think the +2/+2 that Yavimaya can do is relevant in a deck where you attack over and over, because it's really like if you attack 3 times, then it's more like +6/+6. And it can keep your creature from dying. But I think it's probably less good than costing 1 mana less and giving Shroud. Anyways, so then we have 3 other cards, which were different cards I've been trying out and not sure where I'm landing yet. So 1, Raking Claws. This gives something double strike, or you can cycle it. It's good with a Hellcarver Demon, just lets you get 2 triggers. And it's also really good with Neheb, because it makes it really hard to not win with Neheb, because you only have to hit them twice often, and B, you get to cycle through your deck multiple times to make sure that you hit one of these and make sure you have enough mana. So double strike relevant. 1, Driven to Despair. So this is a aftermath card, but the front side, when a creature, all your creatures get trample, and when they deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So trample is good in this deck. It's good with Hellcarver Demon. It's good with some of these other things, just to make sure that your things get through. And also with Neheb, being able to draw extra cards every time it hits means that it's easier to cycle through your deck. And then sometimes you can also use the Despair, which is creatures get Menace, also relevant in this deck. Menace is good to make sure your stuff gets through. And when it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. So like if you have some of these mana dorks in play, not Birds of Paradise, but the other ones, against like a control deck, you could cast Despair and try to just make them discard cards. It's possible that I want to. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then I'm trying 1 Markov Blade Master. This one I haven't even goldfished with yet. I just like it in theory. So this is a cool card. It's 1 red for a 1/1 double strike. And when it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So if you play this on turn 3 and attack, then it gets the counter, or it hits them for 1, and then it gets the counter, and then it does regular damage and hits them for 2. So it does 3 damage the first turn you play it, and then it's a 3/3. So then the next turn, it hits for 3 + 4, and then if you Relentless Assault, then it hits for 5 + 6, and they're dead. So this can kill on turn 4 with a Relentless Assault, and that seems pretty good. So we're going to try it. It has to, it has to have Lightning Greaves for that to work. But, I don't know. We'll try. The lands, let's see. So we have, I should also mention 4 Birds of Paradise, 4 Paradise Druid. The mana is a little rough because we're casting a triple black spell, and it's the only black spell in the deck. 3 Tangled Florahedron, which are lands or creatures, both of which are relevant, and 2 Voyaging Satyr. which is kind of like another Paradise Druid, but it also has synergy with bounce lands. So in terms of lands, a bunch of forests, because we want to be able to cast these cards early. So we want untapped green sources. How many is this? 6? Yeah, 6 forests, 3 Firelit Thicket, 3 Graven Cairns. You want to be able to filter because like you have a bunch of double red and you have green and triple blacks. 2 Gruul Turf, red-green bounce land, 2 Rakdos Carnarium. So the bounce lands are good with Voyaging Satyr. They're also relevant with Neheb because you want extra cards in hand to be able to get more mana and cycle more. We don't have a super high land count, so bounce lands are good because they kind of count as 2 lands in a deck trying to cast 4 drops. It makes it like you only need 2 lands and a bounce land to be able to cast a 4 drop, or 1 land, a bounce land, and a Birds of Paradise. So these carry risk because there are land destruction spells out there, Vindicate, for example, or Smallpox, but it's powerful enough that I think it's worth it. 1 Savage lands, just a Jund tri-land. This has gone up and down depending on how I've messed around with the mana base. Right now I'm at just 1 of them. 2 Shizo. So this card, pay black and tap it, and a legendary creature gains fear until end of turn. So we actually have 6 legends in the deck, 2 the Radas, and more importantly, the Nehebs. You can give this fear to make sure that it gets in. So it's an untapped black land that also has a pretty relevant ability. To be fair, untapped black land's pretty bad in this deck because it doesn't cast any of our spells, but that's why we have 3 Graven Cairns and stuff like that. So that's the main deck. Sideboard. 4 Summoning Trap. This is against control decks like Mana Leak decks. You can like cast it'd be really great if they like try to Mana Leak one of your dorks, and you can just use this to get them put a 4 drop or even better, a 6 drop into play. 3 Arc Trails against creature decks. We don't have access to Pyroclasm, so we're going to use Arc Trail. 3 Duress, potentially against control or against combo. 2 Creeping Corrosion, just against Affinity. And 3 Nile Spellbomb against Reanimator or Dredge. Pretty straightforward sideboard compared to the main deck. Very basic. Not anything really spicy. So I am going to Solitaire again to just double check to make sure that Hellcarver Demon does indeed work with Relentless Assault and Waves of Aggression. And then I'll be back for round 1. Okay. So I just paused for a long time and learned that, in fact, you can't use these effects with Hellcarver Demon. You can use Savage Beating, but the fact that this specifies after this main phase means that if you cast it off of Hellcarver Demon, you're casting it in combat, and because it's not after a main phase, it just doesn't work. So I spent a little while talking to my friend trying to figure out what I could do to salvage this that I spent so long working on. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm cutting the Hellcarver Demons. They don't work. You can't go infinite just with Savage Beating. That's not enough. So I'm going to make this deck built just around Neheb, and I think I'm going to try to build it around Markov Blademaster because both of those cards kill on turn 4 potentially. If we have a Lightning Greaves. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. And I think I can cut like Waves of Aggression because we don't need quite as many of these effects anymore. I'm going to try to figure it out, see where I can get with this. So I'm going to pause and maybe back with the new build. Okay, I'm back half an hour later, and I have a new deck. So we're now kind of all in on these Markov Blademasters. I don't really know how we're getting them through. That might be an issue. Maybe we need like a Reckless Charge. We have 2 Arlen Chords. We cut down on the number of Radas. I don't know. It's just less of what we're doing now. Cut some of the Relentless Assault effects. and we went down to, or we changed the mana base. It's a lot more streamlined now. And I still kept one Shizo, which we can activate off of Birds of Paradise or Paradise Druid. I also went up to third Voyaging Satyr over one of the Paradise Druids just because this is more impactful with the Gruul Turfs, and the Mana of any color doesn't matter quite as much anymore now that we're a 2-color deck. I still kept in the Driven to Despair. Not sure how good it is, but it seems good against control. We still have a good number of ways of activating it. Activating the bottom half of it, the Despair part. Yeah, sideboard, we had to take out the Nile spell bombs. I mean, I guess we could have kept those in, but I don't know. Tormod's Crypt seems fine. And now, instead of Duresses, I put in Lodestone Golems. I don't know. Seems kind of sweet. Just make our game plan, try to ramp out a Lodestone Golem against Storm, get some free wins. I don't know. The Summoning Traps also got worse now that we don't have 6-drops in our deck, but we do have a lot of 4-drops. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to play it at this point, so I will be back for round 1, finally. Okay, here we go. We would like to play first. Oof. All right, this has got to be mulligan. Okay. We'll keep this. Yeah, Neheb really does not like mulliganing also. That's another thing. It's not a good hand. Man, we're getting punished for these Voyaging Satyrs. Okay. Duress. Oof. They get to see this nonsense. Man, it seems really unfair that our opponents get to play cards. Probably just take the Arlen Chord. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like we're not very good against hand disruption or counter magic or creatures. So, not sure where that leaves us. We're also not fast enough to win a goldfish race. So, yeah. It's a pretty good deck. All right. I think this still casts, right? We float 2, then Gruul Turf. Yeah. So we can still cast. No, we still can't. We don't have double red. Oh. They're playing. I wonder if they're playing Infect. Bounce land. Beat down. It's probably not good. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be attacking. What is this? Yeah. All right. So they're playing some mid-range black Infect deck. So I could play Rada. No, I'm just going to play Neheb. See if I can combo next turn. Hopefully they don't kill me right away. Okay. We get a poison counter. Yep. Oh, wow. These guys get really big, huh? Jeez. Okay. We take 3 Infect. All right, well, let's attack with Neheb. I kind of think they'll probably just trade. They know we have their Relentless Assault. They probably don't really know what we're doing here. I mean, we're not really doing anything. Yeah, they're just trading. Okay. So we still dealt damage. Okay, that's really nice. So let's get rid of the Relentless Assault, the lands, and the Birds of Paradise. I guess the Birds of Paradise blocks, but not like particularly well. Okay. That's pretty sweet. Okay. So we actually could cast Savage Beating again. But let's play another Neheb and a Tectonic Giant. And Neheb's a good card, even if you're not comboing. I think, yeah, Tectonic Giant seems fine. So these are really good blockers. 3/4 is a nice blocker. I hate their mismatching swamps so much. All right, get probe, sure. Their Hand of the Praetors. It's got to be their best card, and they drew 3 of them. That's frustrating, but oh well. Okay, so if they attack, are they going to attack with both? They didn't attack with either. Okay, that's good. I think they should have attacked there because we're forced to block and lose one of our creatures. Okay, so how do we want to play this? I think we just we Savage Beating. One, two, three, four, five. To just give our creatures double strike in combat. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Go to attacks. We can't entwine, but that's fine. Okay, attack with both. Let's exile. Let's get a So Neheb's gonna die. I guess Neheb is probably the best choice anyways. All right. Let's see how they block. Hopefully we can get them with a combat trick. It's funny that both these decks might be playing combat tricks. All right. So can we definitely want to double strike. Can we just play Savage Beating? Or sorry, can we just make an extra turn or combat phase? If we do that, they take 5. This dies. Then we get to attack again. We get to draw 3. No, I think I like the double strike plan better. Creatures controlled gain double strike until end of turn. Whoa. Everything went too fast. Okay. Discard, discard, discard. And then more damage. Discard, discard. Yep. Okay. Yep. Then go to the next main phase. Cast a Relentless Assault. We get to attack again. Let's just deal them 3 this time. They go to 2, and I think they're just dead off the double striker. Woo! Oh, man. I'm pretty sure that this is just lethal. Yeah, it is. It's more than lethal. Yeah, what am I talking about? This is way more than lethal. It's lethal even without the double strike. Wow, that was really sweet. Okay. I mean, our opponent has a very slow deck without very good blockers, so that's kind of our sweet spot, but we'll take it. Definitely want these arc trails. And I think that's it. And we can probably cut like this. Probably the Grand Warlord. Although Grand Warlord, again, is a good attacker. I mean, a good blocker. Oh, the Pyreheart Wolves, still probably decent. Raking Claws can probably come out, although it's probably a pretty decent combat trick against them. I guess we can cut this thing. Oh, maybe we just cut the Blade Masters. Maybe I'll keep one Blade Master in, take out a Raking Claw, and keep in a Raking Claws. I don't know, let's try it. Okay. Okay, I think we, do we keep this? We have Birds of Paradise. Yeah, I like Arlen Court against them a lot, so I'm going to keep. So Arlen Court makes a 2/2, then flips, makes, and then can bolt something. It's a 1-lander, but with 2 mana dorks. Lightning Greaves seems pretty decent against them. Although, they might have just boarded in a bunch of instant speed removal. Alright, I'm going to pause till they come back. Okay. So, they never came back, and we win, and I am going to take it. That seems like a really good win con for this deck. Probably our best. So, 1-0. See you for round 2. Round 2 on the draw. We have a hand that is... Nah, this hand sucks. We have mana. Ugh, man. Okay, maybe we should have kept the bad hand because this... I forgot how much worse the hands can get in this deck. This is the problem with playing like 4 bounce lands. Well, sort of. I mean, if this was if this was any land, we wouldn't keep this. I guess the more accurate example is if a hand with like 2 bounce lands. Okay, they're tanking on 6. They kept 6. We're gonna mulligan. We're gonna keep our 5. We can keep land, birds, Gruul Turf. We gotta bottom something. I guess maybe Blade Master. Yeah, we don't have a haste thing. It is good with Arlen Court. Like we could keep. What if we kept these 3 instead? Nah, then we don't have a 4th land, but currently we go turn 1 birds, turn 2 nothing. I guess we could just try to get them with a turn. So maybe we keep these 4. I'm into it. It's probably bad, but this is a tough hand. I don't know. That's probably insane. Curious how it's going to work. Oh, God. Not well is how it's going to work. Oh, boy. I mean, mono red is bad, but like Fanatical Firebrand against Markov Blade Master is so embarrassing. Maybe they'll kill the bird and we'll just draw land. And I don't know. There's no, I got nothing. What is this? Oh, okay. Cool. Well, let's run it out there. Maybe they don't immediately kill it. You know, we do have an Arlen Cord next turn. Are they gonna fall for a clever ruse? It seems like they were just gonna snap attack. I mean, do we think they have a pump spell? I don't know. I'm going to block. Yeah, I think they just forgot what Double Strike was. What's this? Zozu. Okay. Well, that puts us in great shape. We'll take 2. Arlen Cord. Plus on this thing. They take 7. And now it's a 3/3 double striker, and it could be I mean, they're dead next turn. It could be a 5/5. And then a 6/6. No, they take 11. And a second Zozu. Okay, I mean, these kind of things our deck can beat. Opponent playing 2 legendary creatures, all that good stuff. All right, well, now we should be good. And then Relentless Assault. Now they have to block. I guess, yeah, they didn't block. Doesn't give trample, right? It just hasten vigilance. Okay, so our opponent is playing mono red with some interesting cards. That's what I will say. We're gonna put in Arc Trail, take out this guy. I think we'll take out Raking Claws probably. I guess we'll take out this. That seems fine. That's kind of what we did last time. Maybe this thing's better than like one of these. Yeah, that's probably true. Like we're probably better off just having all of the bulky guys in our deck and then not worrying too much about this stuff. Okay. Man, we have really gotten punished for those Voyaging Satyrs. Yeah, this is a mulligan. No red source. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. And bottom... What am I bottoming? Arlen Cord or Relentless Assault, I guess is... just bottom the Relentless Assault. Let's not worry that much about comboing off this game. Just try to play some big dorks and hope that gets there. If they can have this Tin Street Dodger, all right. If it was a Fanatical Firebrand, I would be a little worried. because they just kill our birds. But I think we still keep that on 7. We're on 6. Tectonic Giant was not the draw that I would have chosen there, for the record. Chandra's Pyreling. Whoa, that's scary. With the Cavalcade thing? Or with the... No, I guess Zozu doesn't do that. Okay. And we can't Arc Trail it, unfortunately. Monorai playing an X3 on turn 2 is surprising. Yep, take 1. Oof. All right. Okay. Zozu. Yep, we'll take 2. Zozu doesn't really work that well with this, because it pumps it on our turn. Yikes. Okay. 2 damage. Okay, that. I guess I'll attack. I don't know. I mean, it leaves this so it's no longer hexproof, but I mean, they could already kill the birds. It's not like there wasn't a way for them to kill one of our mana creatures. 4 mana. Chandra Firebrand. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. Does it... Okay, it just pings one thing. I mean, they're probably best off just killing the Paradise Druid. Yeah. We're going to need to draw, like, Gruul Turf right away, because they're just going to kill our birds next turn. Jesus. All right. We're done. Damn. Drew a lot of 4 and 5 drops. Man, these Markov Blade Masters do not look good against the Chanchet. The Firebrand plus, what is it? The Mog Fanatic thing. Like all those cards. I guess I'll do this. Yeah. We're just going to need to hit our land drops and play bigger creatures. That's got to be our plan. All right, play first. I'm going to keep this. Like, it's not, it doesn't do anything yet, but it has our lands. I mean, I guess it has 6 mana sources. Maybe this is insane. I should have just shipped that. Do I play the Satyr? Ooh. That's nice. Yeah, now I want to play the Satyr. Oop. And it even blocks the 10th Street Dodger. And we can play Arlingcord next turn. Sure. He could have probably gotten away with a bluff attack, maybe. What? What am I missing? Yeah, I don't know what that was. I guess just a misplay. Cruel Turf. Arling Cord. Make Wolf. So this does, it just lightning bolts something. Okay. I like our spot now. If they can't kill Arling Cord. If they can kill Arling Cord, then I don't like our spot so much anymore. Like if this is Chain Lightning on Arling Cord, I'm feeling less good about where we are. Spike Field Hazard on Arling Cord. Okay. Now they have a shock or something. They're just going to attack with the Pyroling. I mean, we're blocking. If they have an effect to deal us damage. They did not. They've had some interesting attacks. Let's just zap this while we have the chance. Let's play a Greaves. I don't want to attack with everything, but I think I'm going to play a Paradise Druid. Equip the Paradise Druid with the Greaves. And I'm going to attack with the Wolf and the Paradise Druid. Get in for 4, keep the Voyaging Satyr back, because they have multiple 1/1 haste creatures, and our Arling Cord is at 1. So, yeah, I can kind of see why this card is clunky. Just like the play pattern of, so we made a wolf, we killed something, but now we can make a wolf, but then it flips, but we can't minus it again. I don't know. That's kind of bad for us. I guess that's okay. So they kill the Arling Cord, and then we kill the Chandra. We just trade 1 for 1. What? What just happened? They just did 1 damage to us? Oh. Sweet summer child. And let's make another wolf. Let's kill Chandra. Hit them for 4. Play a Tangle Florahedron. Play a Birds of Paradise. Wait. Oh, damn it. Oh well. Just might as well give this Shroud. That was a mistake. I can bounce it with the Gruul Turf, but I clicked it. I played it wrong. Obviously I played it as a land. I thought I clicked it right, but I did not. Zozu. And Cavalcade of Calamity. Cavalcade of Calamity plus Chandra's Pyroling is pretty cool. Is that a thing in standard? It's kind of sweet because it pumps it and then it does the damage and then this gets the +1/+0, so it still triggers. Yeah, it's sweet. It's just pump the team. Oh, I did that wrong. No, actually, I think it's fine with the way I did it. Get in there. Sweet. Wow. Well, against all odds, we are 2-0, and we're going to round 3. Okay, round 3. Let's see if our good fortune has been used up yet. Okay, we'll keep this. Turn 2. Paradise Druid. I guess it's kind of unfortunate that we can't play Paradise Druid and Lightning Greaves before playing a Neheb. Okay. Let's see what they're doing. They played Mountain Go. Rugged Prairie. Nope. Filterlands. They're a powerful addition to this format, but boy, oh boy, they are very annoying to use. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Welp. Oh, they're playing the Smiting Helix version. Jesus. They're playing Dredge. They just dredged 10 cards off of Cathartic Reunion, pitching 2 Stinkweed Imps. Okay. What are we doing here? I guess we'll play Paradise Druid now, and then pass the turn. Maybe we can combo them. They didn't hit any more dredgers. That's pretty big. And Jataxian Probe's a nice one. I'm surprised more people have been doing that. Do they play Dread Return? How do they make that work? Okay. Ooh, they have Risk Factor? Man, I love this version. I want to do this. Ooh. Let's play this. Guess let's give this Shroud. They don't seem, I don't think they have a lot of instant speed removal. This is a sorcery, right? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we don't have a Relentless Assault, so the Markov Blade Master is not as good. Yes, we'll take 4. Oof, it hit 2 Creeping Chills, jeez. So they do a lot of burn really quickly. The Smiting Helix. We take 6 here, and they can do 3 more. Yep, and a Shriekhorn. Does this come into play tapped? Yes, it does. Okay. We're probably going to have to straight up kill them with Neheb. right now. I don't think a Blade Master kill will do it. I don't think we're favored to get there from here, but we'll try. Red. Just don't have enough cards. Oh, and they're at 24. So we have to hit them a bunch of times. Okay, well might as well go for it. Discard everything. Okay. Relentless Assault. Then attack again. Maybe we should have played our land. And so that we could be attacking with this. We can't Blade Master plus Assault. Yeah, I mean, we don't have another option, so go for another Assault. What is this? Yes, we'll take 4. Wow, this deck kills fast. This is much faster than the other Dredge deck. This is actually the first video, I think, where we've played against Dredge. Wow, they hit a Creeping Chill. We're almost dead. Could we even win from here? I don't think we have any way of winning. Yeah, the Raking Clause is too late here. There's nothing we can do at this point. Just attack for 5 more. I mean, there's literally nothing we can draw, right? Might as well see, but yeah, no, there was nothing we could draw there. All right, we didn't get there, but man, they kill really fast. This was they were killing us on turn 5 with a deck that's that resilient. Or like just that consistent. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. Crypt it up. We want to get rid of our everything slow. Probably this. Oh, this does let us kill faster. Oh, you know, maybe an Arlen Cord can go. Although Arlen Cord plus... Oh, Pyreheart Wolf. We don't need a Pyreheart Wolf. Okay. That was fun. Lightning Greaves feels like an important card. They have so many ways to kill our guys. I guess the 4/5 or the 5/4 is kind of tough because they can't Smiting Helix it. They can only Conflagrate it. They also had an insane start. They had turn 2 Cathartic Radiant double Stinkweed Imp. So, and they hit a lot of Creeping Chills right away. Although they didn't hit a Dredger right away. So, I mean, I think that if they don't have that explosive a start, that we could have a shot. But this is a tough matchup in the sense that they're just a really good deck and we're not. So, let me pause until I come back. Okay, here we go. Play first. No, I don't think we can keep this. This is really slow. Play turn 2 Birds of Paradise. Yeah. This is a ship. Okay, this is a good hand. Put back a mountain. Actually, do we? Maybe we just put back Gruul Turf. Yeah. Play this. Turn 2 Greaves, turn 3 Blade Master attack. That's pretty good. Shriekhorn. Yeah, I gotta say, I really like my opponent's list. Turn 4, we can Tectonic Giant. So turn 3, we hit them for 3. I'm gonna upkeep Shriekhorn again. Creeping Chill us. Yeah, the Creeping Chills make things tough. People have asked for me to zoom in on the cards more. They're just like milling themselves until they hit dredgers, and they dredge themselves, and then they use cards like Creeping Chill, which when you mill it, you get to hit your opponent for 3 and you gain 3. That's the deal with Dredge. Markov Blade Master. Grieves it up. Hopefully they don't have instant speed removal. That would be unfortunate. Really? Really? Lightning Axe. Oh, brutal. We needed that. What the fuck? And they hit a Golgari Grave Troll. Or they discarded one. Man. Ugh. This is filthy. This deck is so good. I mean, now they get back 2 Silver Smoke Ghouls. So these are 3/1s for 3. They come back if they gain 3 or more life this turn. Ay. They cast a Conflagrate. I mean, we can... We can attack with the... All right, so what can they do next turn? They can hit for 6, Smiting Helix. Well, they currently don't have white mana, so they can't actually Smiting Helix right now. They can 6 plus Conflagrate for 4. We might have a shot of surviving. So I'm wondering whether I want to attack or whether I want to play an attack with the Tectonic Giant or the Neheb. So like I clearly can't combo from here with Neheb. I can discard 1 card and kind of do nothing. I guess I'm better off just playing this. They have a Lightning Axe. That would be unfortunate. Looks like they do. No, they don't. Okay. Attacking. What's better? So next turn, we play Neheb. We attack with both. We'll have 2 cards in hand. But we'll have all our mana untapped. let's get more cards to work with. I think that's better. I don't know. Well, that's not very good. Guess we'll take a forest. It's a land we can play that doesn't come out of our hand for Neheb's purposes. We're not getting 2 more turns. We're getting 1 more turn, and I don't really know how we can combo, but we'll see. We need more ways to draw cards or put cards in our hand of some sort. I think that's definitely an issue with this deck. We just need too many cards with Neheb to win. They drew a Rugged Prairie. Oh, they didn't. So now they can hit for 6. They can Smiting Heal us down to 5. Conflagrate us down to 3. So we're not dead. I'm going to move this stuff for now. You have hexproof. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they get a defender. Ooh. Does that change anything? Not really. Does this do 3 damage to each opponent? Okay. So, no, I guess I play Neheb. Is there any chance we get another turn? They have 6 points of damage. No, there's not any chance. I don't know how we can win then. Grieves this thing. Yeah, we know we can't win from here, right? Attack them. Attack them. This doesn't really do anything. Glad that they boarded that in. But it's not going to matter. I do not believe. Okay, we'll take a Savage Beating. But we can't cast it. We don't have enough mana. I guess maybe our best out was not playing this the way it was. Maybe it was just playing this as a blocker and hoping that they don't have any other ways of doing damage. It's super unlikely, though. Yeah, it's just close, but we're still 1 short. We can play a birds and give it haste and tap it, but yeah, we're dead. GG's. All right. Well, you know, we got close. I think the fact that the combo didn't really work is something to think about, that maybe we really need to be putting more other things in our deck. I don't know. We shall see. Other ways to draw cards, but we'll be back for round 4. Okay, well, here we are for round 4, and this is that double bounce land hand that I was mentioning before. It's also like even if this was a regular card, I don't know if we keep this. Maybe we do, but as it currently stands, we cannot. Ugh. Terrible. Okay. We will keep this. I think I'm going to put back Florahedron and Gruul Turf, so at least we can go turn to Blade Master, which, depending on the matchup, could be good. Them on being on the draw makes it worse. All right. Or sorry, them being on the play, us being on the draw is what I meant. Artificer's Assistant, I do not know, but I'm guessing this is not a control deck, it's some sort of combo deck. So we shall see. Maybe artifact based would be my guess. Ethereum Sculptor, cool. Ethereum Sculptor blocks Markov Blade Master. They trade Springleaf Drum. Wow, Springleaf Drum's for free. It's pretty sick. And they topped. Oof. It's a pretty nice turn too. Do they have anything else? Are they playing what's it called? That one blue creatures get +1/+1. Tap a blue creature, add 2 colorless mana, whatever that card's called. Grand Architect. I'll have to see if that's in the format. A second. I determined Grand Architect is indeed in the format, so that would be my guess as to what they're doing, but it could be something more combo-ish. Take 1. It's going to be tricky. The Sky Skiff really blocks very well, unfortunately. We need something to pump the Blade Master. Judge is familiar, sure. Yeah, this has got to be Grand Architect. Like, so the Blade Master stuff is not really very good here, but that being said, next turn, if we draw land, we can just play a Tectonic Giant, and that's pretty good. We get to board in Creeping Corrosion and Arc Trail. Probably just take out these Blade Masters. And Lodestone Golem. Yep, that's pretty good. Then they crew this, attack for 2. Or 3. Play a Paradise Druid. Pass the turn. I don't really like our chances here, but we'll see. The Lodestone Golem made this a lot tougher. Aether Spellbomb. Ugh. That's really annoying. They bottomed. Thumb them, I'd probably just bounce the birds. Sets us back a long way. I mean, if they bounce the birds, I'm probably just scooping. I guess they can only attack for 4 this turn. I don't know. Come on. I've had some slow opponents tonight. Okay, finally. They crewed the Sky Skiff. They attack for 4. Yep. Yeah, just play that thing. Pass the turn. I don't really know how we get out of this. I do like our sideboard chances a lot more. We have some good cards to bring in them. Ugh, tanking. Yeah. You know what? Let's just... I think we're probably just going to scoop here. We don't even need to show them anything more. Go to 8. All right. We'll pack it up. Okay. Let's bring in the Arc Trails and the Creeping Corrosion. I guess it's only 5 cards, but... yeah, I'm really inclined to get rid of all of these. I just don't think they're very good against our opponent, based on what we've seen. What else do I want to take out? Maybe with that, I can board out a Lightning Greaves. The haste is a little less important with Neheb, and this card doesn't really do that much, especially because they don't... Well, I guess they do have Aether Spellbomb, which is kind of annoying. Okay. I ended up not submitting it to pause for a second, and then we ran out of time. Or, sorry, I submitted. I didn't make any changes after the initial ones. Yeah, this hand looks good. Neheb kind of being a one-card combo is very sweet. I mean, it's not exactly a one-card combo. Like, you need other cards in the deck, but it doesn't need anything else in the opening hand. It helps, like, when we have Acceleration or when we have the Greaves to give it haste, but it's not necessary. I'm not actually sure that I'm going to go with Neheb right off the bat, but we'll see. I guess that now that we drew, we didn't draw land. I guess we play the Paradise Druid instead of the Greaves. Throne of the Godfarer. Okay. Yep. You know what? I'm going to play Neheb. Because it can generate its own mana next turn. Okay. And there's the Grand Architect. They have 2 more mana. What can they do? Oh, they're just tapping it so they get Throne of the Godfarer. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we might just be able to win here. So, interesting question about whether or not I discard all of these tectonic giants. I think I do. I think I have a pretty high chance to hit the Relentless Assault effects from here. And we only need to hit 1. We get to see 8 cards. Well, it's not there. Oof. And we whiffed. Okay. Well, that sucks. And we discarded all of our cards that we can cast. Yeah, that's not ideal. I guess I don't need to play Arc Trail. Oh well. Yeah, those were in the wrong order. Like if I had like 4 lands in hand and I drew like 3 Tectonic Giants, I probably wouldn't have discarded them all. I would have just like um, played or kept one in hand to make sure that we had something to play. But oh well. Yeah, that was kind of unlucky. I feel like we were pretty big favorite to win from that point. I mean, it does make me feel like maybe I should be playing these Raking Claws, like because it is so easy to win when you have to have plus Raking Claws. Although, not in that case. Ooh, that's a 6/6. Jesus, they're tapping it. Why? For a Lodestone Golem? Okay. I feel like I'd rather have the 7/7 or a 6/6 to block. Man. The PD bot just came back. That's weird. Okay, so they said thank you, PD bot. All right, let's attack. They probably just trade for Neheb, but we do still get to trigger it, which is nice, just because our hand sucks. I'm gonna keep the Arc Trail. Oh, they regenerate it. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna keep the Arc Trail in that case. Right? Yeah, because regeneration removes all of the damage from it, I believe. What are they doing here? Oh, huh. So now I don't get to get through. Okay. That's rough. I forgot about that they could. So this is, he was getting pumped twice. Yep, that was all on board. Should have seen that. They can do a lot of damage this turn. Fortunately, also that they're at 6, because otherwise we could get them potentially by like chumping with the Birds of Paradise and then attacking them for 3 and then arc trailing them. But we can only do them 2. Yeah, they'll probably play a blocker anyways. Another Grand Architect. Yeah. It's a pretty sweet deck. Something I might want to play sometime. There's such a depth of archetypes in this format. It's crazy. So, what are my outs? Let's play to those. Creeping Corrosion does an okay job at this point. So I think I'm all in on getting a Creeping Corrosion. I hit for 13. I think I'm chumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can still cast Creeping Corrosion without even tapping in my creatures. I'll chump this. Take 7 or 6 or 8, I guess, if they use the Great Architect, which they're going to. So I guess, yeah, because if they turn this blue, then this becomes an 8/6 because of the 2 Grand Architects. So I guess I should chump the Golem instead of the Master. That seems fine. Yep. All right. We're dead. Damn. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have gone for that win. Man, really, that's a quick turnaround from being so sure we had the kill. Wow. We were nowhere. There was no Relentless assaults in sight. Jeez. All right. So what are we on now? 2 and 2? Yeah. Let's start the game here. And I'll pause it, but we will be back for round 5. All right. Last round. If we can get a winning record with this deck, that would be a small miracle. This hand's really slow. So turn 1, it is kind of powerful. Turn 1, Florahedron. Turn 2, Gruul Turf. Turn 3, Voyaging Satyr, Florahedron. Let's go for it. I don't know. It is slow as hell, but maybe this is a grindy matchup. This deck doesn't mulligan very well. Is this mono red? Oof. Well, keeping the ultra slow hand against mono red. Not ideal. At least we got some big boys to play. Take 2. They play what? Stormblood Berserker? Yeah, that's pretty good. Voyaging Satyr. Florahedron. So, Raking Claws is interesting. Could mean that we have a new plan. So Arlen Cord's not really going to be able to... they killed the Voyaging Satyr. That was what I was worried about. We take 5. I was going to say Arlen Cord's not going to really be able to give us haste. So we need a land here, or we're really kind of screwed. Forest. We could play Grand Warlord Rada. We could play Arlencord and plus, hoping that they don't try to kill Arlencord. We still can't kill them with Neheb next turn. Let's play this guy. Because we can give it haste, but we don't have enough mana to also play Raking Claws. I can't block Stormblood Berserker. I can block Rakdos Cackler. Let's just attack. Because I'm not really going to want to block if they attack with the Cackler. Let's see what happens here. They hit for 5. Yep. We have to let them draw 3. We can't take 4 there. That's rough. Man, that's not a good draw either. We're almost surely just dead. Let's go ahead and play the Arlencord. Let's make a wolf. Yeah, the fact we never drew double red. I think our mana is pretty bad. We need to fix our mana. We're probably playing too many basics. They can just attack with both here. Yeah. And I'm sure they just have like another Chain Lightning, but might as well make them have it. Or a Burst Lightning or anything. This attack obviously isn't good if they don't have one of those things, but I'm sure they do. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, we get arc lightnings, although, I mean, arc trails, they don't even seem particularly good against them. But we'll try it. This guy's just kind of bad. Rada. What are we boarding out? Blade Masters seem iffy, as do these things. All right. I don't think the Arc Trails are even that great against that deck, but we got to do something against them. I think our luck may have finally run out a few rounds ago. Yeah. All right. This is maybe better, but it's not great. I'll keep it. Yeah, I'm probably going to bottom the Savage Beating. Okay. Ugh, they kept 7. Must be nice. Go ahead. Falkenrath Gorger. Okay. Okay, that's the next one that we can kill with a thing. I want to lead with Greaves. I think. I don't know, maybe that's stupid, but they have a lot of sorcery speed removal in like Chain Lightning and Firebolt. And I just don't want to get my Voyaging Setter killed. This is, I guess we could have maybe kept the Satyr back to block. Eh. I'd still probably block with the Tangle Florahedron, actually, if they offer the trade. They do not. All right, we take 3. Now they have a 2/2 and a 2/1. Man. Not great draws, but... Oh, wait. No, let's not attack. Shit. I should have hasted this. Man, no, I shouldn't have. I'm going to keep it back to block. I'm fine trading the Satyr for the Falkenrath Gorger, by the way. They still haven't drawn another land. Like, next turn we could even attack with the Tectonic Giant and just keep the Satyr back to block. Yeah, they just scooped. Okay. Well, we just need another one of those. Just an easy win. Never hit a second land. And these Blade Masters are terrible. I guess they're okay blockers. I think I'd rather have the Rada, though. I think that does make sense. Okay. All right. That's fine, I guess. The Paradise Druid's nice because we just get to run out there without worried about getting killed. Could be in a turn 3 Tectonic Giant, which might be hard for them to beat. That is, I mean, again, that's the thing about this deck is that you are just playing like good 4-drops. Vitiate Pyromancer. Sure. All right, so we're going to take 4 off of that thing before we can do anything about it. Nice, that's a good draw. So now we do get to play the Tectonic Giant on turn 3. We don't get to keep up. We don't also get to Greaves it, but that's okay. Earthshaker Kenner. All right, we take 4. But hopefully then... And a Rakdos Cackler. Starting to get a little iffy. We don't have the time to wait, though. Like, if they attack with everything, we just have to block, and then they kill it, unfortunately. Which is almost surely what's about to happen. Yep. Well, at least we 2-for-1 them. We just need to draw other stuff. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This has another ability. Let's do that. Okay, I did forget that this had that ability. Ugh, God. It's not that good of an ability when that's what you get off of it. At least we cleared 2 of cards off the top. Ooh, Arlen Core's a great draw. I do want to play this Voyaging Satyr, I think. I actually think it's worth it. Then we can Greaves it up. These are 2 good blockers. Like, right now we can trade for both of their creatures, and I'm more than happy to do so. They have an instant speed removal spell. Smash to Smithereens. Ugh, that's annoying. We only have 3 in the deck, and they brought that card in. We let them hit off of it. It's so annoying. Like, we have so few targets for Smash. They're just jamming. What does this cost? 6? We're snap blocking. It comes back as a 4/4, right? Yeah, that's annoying. Mishra's Factory, sure. Yeah, again, this is kind of the problem with Arlen Cord, is that, like, really we just want to keep making 2/2s. We really don't want this to flip. We want to make a 2/2 every turn. Like, Lightning Bolting something next turn may not do anything. So we can't get it back to making wolves for 2 turns. This is why this card, wow. That's an insane last card for them to have. Holy shit. I mean, we're just dead. Yeah, let's just back it in. Woof. Risk factor is so brutal there because they, you know, we take 4 or we let them draw 3, then they get to cast this again for free. And then, yeah, it's not going to go well from there. Okay, well, this ridiculous experiment turned out kind of like we expected. I don't think there's that much in this deck. I don't know. There's something to it. I do like kind of going off with Neheb. did we actually even do it in any of these videos? I don't think we did exactly. Maybe we did like once. It is sweet. Like Neheb is a really fun Magic card, and doing this is awesome. But the deck's just not good enough. There's so many problems with it. The mana's bad. It's inconsistent. It's not like super good at getting around blockers. It's not good around discards. Not good against counter Magic. It's just not a good deck. So, but I'm glad to have satisfied the challenge, at least in some respect. I spent too long building that demon deck to not play something. So it was something. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Oh, and also, real quick before I go, if people have other cool brews that they want to see me work on, then let me know. Other cards that you want to see built around, that kind of thing. Happy to go down this ridiculous experiment again. So I'll see you guys next time.